Hey guys, so my name is Joseph, and I'm going to be in charge of high school faith formation this year, and I'm stoked. My background, it's kind of rough. I was adopted and then I was raised Catholic. But when I was 18, I left the faith. I figured I was just, too smart for it. Excuse me. I spent years just being the worst person ever. And I really lost my way until some stuff happened that kind of brought me back to at least, looking at the options. So I spent hours for days, for years, I think, studying cosmology and counterfactual conditionals and chaos theory, all these things, to see if there was a place in logical thought for religion. And after I concluded that the Christian God was the logical choice, I spent more years studying everything from biblical Greek to early church fathers to countless types of philosophy, because I wanted to find the right denomination. And then after I concluded that Catholicism was held up to everything I threw at it, I started teaching faith formation to 10th graders in Appleton at St. Thomas More Parish. I don't know why I'm pointing. And I really discovered my passion. I think you guys are really going to like my approach this year. I don't just stand in one spot. I don't just lecture for hours and hours. I like to use resources when and where I can. And I like to get everyone involved if they're okay with it. Where am I? Oh, yeah. I believe that there's a lot more to God than just theology and the Bible, though of course those are amazing and we need them. And my goal this year, though, is to show you that you can use anything to explain the Catholic faith. So everything that you've learned so far, and it's not just stories, it's not just goofiness, it is reality. And we're going to take a look at that. We're going to cover my favorite topic, which is apologetics. Now, it's not like an apology or anything, but in ancient Greek law, someone would accuse another person of, let's say, a crime, right? And the person who was accused, they would have to offer an apologia or apologia. And this apologia was a defense of, their position. They had to defend themselves, right? So apologetics is just a defense of the faith. Because we're not supposed to live by blind faith. And in fact, the Catechism of the Catholic Church, it teaches that our faith is to be by no means a blind impulse of the mind. Now, a huge focus of mine is philosophy, and I think you guys are going to like it because you can't teach it out of a book. There are no correct answers. It requires your own thought and how you perceive the entire world. So it'll be different for everyone. Wherever you're at, that is how we will approach you, and that is where you will be taught. But everyone will be brought to the same level. And another goal this year, it's to help you all become your own person. It's the worst when someone uses a single article or a YouTube video and that's their entire opinion on a topic. That's all they know, right? So we're going to look at every side of every argument. We're going to learn how to, fact check, how to see if anything that we're being told is, if we can trust it. And I want you all to really learn how to think for yourself and think as yourselves. And I love questions, no matter what they are. I've been in debates with a lot of very smart people, very, very smart people, and so I'm used to questions of all types. So even if you're atheist or you just have a lot of doubts, bring up your questions, because I can assure you, I have not encountered one question in the Catholic faith that does not have an answer. So, for example, this year, we won't just read out of the Bible. We'll look at some basic biblical Greek, some biblical Hebrew. We'll look at the archaeology that supports the Bible. We'll look at why the Bible even matters, why we should even care about it in the first place. We won't just look at Catholicism. We'll look at like Buddhism and Hinduism, Islam and Zoroastrianism, all these things to see why they maybe don't work. We'll look at philosophy, like I said, and like the Muslim philosopher Ibn Rushd, or the Jewish philosopher Maimonides, or people like Bertrand Russell, Aristotle, Immanuel Kant, René Descartes. I'm excited for that part. We'll look at things like gender ideology and racism and life and how to defend life against every attack. We'll look at, I know there's a lot of uncertainty right now in the country, but one thing that you guys can be very certain of is that after this year, you will notice that you will look at the world in a completely different way. I can assure you of that. So I've been praying for all of you, truly, and I ask that if you find, you have a free moment, a couple seconds, just say a quick prayer for me. I would truly appreciate that. So whether in person or virtually, I will see you all soon.